Okay, team, on this video, I'm going to be showing how to set up your 8 kilo database. So the purpose of this database is to pretty much let your, like for instance, my sergeant major loves this because I'm able to give him the names of any soldiers who are 8 kilo already and also who are going to be 8 kilo within 90 days. So therefore, we can never, we'll try our best not to be on the 8 kilo roster. So let's get to it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create the folder. So just like all the other videos, they're pretty much going to be in the same folder. It's just a different text document. So you're going to select the icon, the folder icon. Then you're going to click on Windows parentheses Charlie. Double click on users. Double click on public documents. New. Select a new folder. We're going to name it My Ops. And then we're going to create a new text document, and we're going to call it 8 kilo, and it's going to look like this. And I'm going to go over the PowerPoint, and then I'm going to actually go over how to set up the folder and use the actual database. So the next thing we're going to do is input the UICs for your database. So for this database, I have it where it can calculate up to 10 battalions only. So like I said, this data, all the databases that I'm created are good for battalion and senior career counselors. So how to pull the data from retain. So we're going to go and pull a PeerDB ad hoc. So we're going to go to user support, report, PeerDB ad hoc. Then you're going to select the range. So remember, we can only put be able to pull data for 2 years. So just input the 2 years that you want to pull the data. Select the low set that you're going to be pulling all the data from. So if senior, select your senior low set. If battalion career counselor, select your battalion low set. Then you're going to pull this data, which is over here. So UIC, grade, name, BASD, data rank, promotion points, EROP, MEL, and MES. Another thing that I will tell you and advise is give it a report name. So for this instance, I call it the 8 kilo, and I save it. So therefore, every time I'm gonna pull data for this specific database, I just click on the 8 kilo, I load it, and then I just gotta do is change the dates, and that's really it. Once you're gonna pull it, so this one is gonna be a little bit complicated. So I'll walk you through it. So we're gonna select to save it as text only. Save as, then it's going to prompt you with a little screen at the bottom, which is going to be here at the computer, at the bottom of your computer screen. And then you're going to open it. So like the other databases, I will tell you to save as, and we'll select the text document and replace it. For this one, we're going to open it. The reason why is because we're going to be copying and pasting it. So as you can see, this is the PeerDB ad hoc data that we just pulled for this example. But here, this is where you're going to input the data for the in the 8 kilo. So since we can only pull 2 years, then you're going to have to do multiple times to pull this data. So what you do is you're going to click on edit, select all, which will select all the data, copy, and then you're going to paste it into the actual text document. And you're going to have to do this multiple times. So when you are going to be pasting it, like let's say I go back and then I change the date for 2021 0702 to 2023 0701, then I'm going to open it, select all, just like I'm showing you here, copy, and you're going to paste it at the bottom of the data. And then you just do that as multiple times as you need to and as you desire, and that's really it. And then once you get to then you're done pasting the last one, then you can just close it and then save it, and then that's really it. And that's really it. So it takes a little bit of time, but I promise you it'll be worth it at the end when you see what is the database going to do for you. So here in the database, you're going to select the data after we inputted the UIC information. So you're going to have 4 tabs in the actual database I'll show you. So you have the home, the import, the clear, and the PDF. So you can click on data. There's no data in here. So you're going to click import. When you click import, it's going to import the data in here, and it's going to look just like this. And that's it. You don't have to do nothing with it. I'm just importing the data. As I import the data into the database, I'm letting so I'm creating a lot of things within the database as it is importing the data to be able to tell you who's going to be 8 kilo within 90 days, or who has not completed any type of the SSD or DLC for their skill level. Once you import it, then there's going to be a black box at the top. It's a drop-down list, and you just select the battalion. Once you click on it, it's going to go and tell you the soldier's information. Whoever has not been enrolled, or who is enrolled but has not completed it, whoever has not been enrolled at all, and then if it says less than 90 days, if it says yes, that means that they're within 90 days of about to get 8 kilo, HQDA 8 kilo. So here I'm letting you know some other information saying, this database will let you know who has not completed their SSD, who is within 90 days of getting 8 kilo, or who is 8 kilo. Be patient when selecting the battalion. The database is calculating all the data. Click on the PDF tab, and it will save your unit into a PDF to push it to your unit leadership. And that's about it. So, just like my other PDFs and my videos, I'm just trying to assist the battalion career counselors and brigade career counselors. This is something that I've been using for a while, so something that I use personally, and then as other counselors who come to my office and see how I do my stuff, they pretty much loved it, and they're like, hey, I need this. So I created something that I can share with everybody in the field. So hopefully you guys like this. So let's go ahead and let's get to the actual database. So here's the actual database. So there's only 2 tabs. So you got the UIC. So I got let's input my UIC. So I got my little cheat sheet here for my UICs. Copy. And once again, this is good for battalion and senior career counselors. So based on this data, the UIC is the database is automatically updating, and you can see in here the percentage. So just be a little patient with this one, because as you import stuff, the database is updating a lot of information. So in here, we already know that this has 5 battalions. So when I go into the actual data, there's no data in here, right? But if I already click in here, all that data is in here already. So let's say if I go and I delete this UIC, let me go ahead and copy, but I'm gonna delete it. So when I go, so you're gonna see the percentage in here that is calculating, pretty much is updating the database. And you're gonna see that when I go back to the battalion, there's not gonna be no battalion whatsoever in that information. Is blank, because based off the UIC. So everything in here is user friendly. So I made the database so it's as simple as possible. So let's go back in here, and it's not gonna let me. So let's copy this again, paste it. So you're gonna see the little percentage. That means it's calculating. So it's pretty much updating the database. So now when we go into the import the actual data based on this data of the UIC, then it's gonna tell you which battalion you can select. So now it's in there. Let's go in here, and you're gonna see that the battalion is in here. So we're not gonna have nothing yet. So now let's create that folder that I was saying. So we're gonna go and select the icon, go into the Windows parenthesis Charlie, double click on users, double click on public, double click on public documents, and then we're gonna right click, select a new folder, and we're gonna call it My Ops. If you already have this, then perfect, then we don't have to worry about it. If this is the first time doing it, then you're just gonna create a new folder, call it My Ops. Once you call it My Ops, we're gonna right click and select a new text document, and we're gonna call it 8 kilo, just like this, 8 and a capital K. If you don't do that, then it's not gonna work. So since we already have it, then this is where the data is gonna pull, okay? So let's close it, and all you really gotta do is click import. Once you click import, you're gonna see the percentage also in here. Like I said, just be a little bit patient. It might look like the Excel is like freaking out and all this stuff. It's not. Pretty much what it's doing is updating all this stuff, and at the same time is pretty much creating the information that we need to pull. So at the end, it's going to tell you data import is complete. So pretty much what it does is input the URC, the grade, the name, BASD data rank, motion points, Europe, MEL, and MES, right? So you're like, all right, so how do I know which soldier is it in? Well, this data that I have in here is, we're about to find out which battalion, so which I know that this is my actual battalion. So if I go in here and I click 243 ADA, you're just going to click through 243 ADA, and it's going to show you the information of the soldiers we need to. Once again, you can verify what's going on based on the percentage over here, so just be patient with it. And boom, here's the information of the soldiers who have not completed SSD or who are within 90 days. So like I said, if it says yes, that means with that they're within 90 days to get 8 kilo. If it says 8 kilo, that means that they're already 8 kilo. So this is not I modify the data so it looks like there's more. My unit's pretty good with this. So like I said, I help them out with this information. And then so how do I do to send this information out? Well, you click on PDF. Once you click on PDF, it's going to tell you the 8 kilo. So I'm going to name it 243 ADA Battalion. And then I'm going to save it for this example on my desktop. So I go and I save it. It's going to give me a little message saying that the data or the PDF has been created. Now let's go see how it's going to look. So let me delete this. So here it is. Let's open it. And this is how it's going to look. So it tells you the unit and the soldier, the battery or the company, the rank, name, the Europe, SSD that they're supposed to be in, and if they're enrolled. So if it says not applicable, that means that they haven't even been enrolled into their SSD. And then, like I said, if it says yes, that means that they're within 90 days. And you just, so I think on this one I have like 6 pages. Like I told in the other videos, all you gotta do is click on organize. And once you click on organize, it'll let you delete, insert, or extract any of the pages. And that's it. And then I just push this out to my unit, and that's really all I do. So let's say for my seniors, you're like, hey, I want to verify and send this information to all my battalions. All you got to do is select another battalion. So so for this example, this is my battalion 243. Now I'm going to go and select 143. So you're going to select 143. You're going to see the little percentage over here. That means that it's calculating and it's updating the information. So if there's anybody from this data in 143, then I'll put it in here, and it should be blank because I did not pull the data for the brigade. I just pull a battalion data. Let's see. Yeah. So all this information is just from my unit. There's no brigade data. So if you, for my senior career counselors, you've pulled the data for the seniors or the brigade data, then you'll be able to select any of your battalion. And based on that battalion, then you'll be able to pull that data from here. And that's really it. Pretty simple to use. I make it really, really, really user-friendly. So the hardest part is pulling the multiple data. So I know it's a pain in the butt, but I promise if you do it, it's going to be so much worth it because the database is doing it for you. And then once you're done, just click clear. And it's, once again, it's going to have the little calculation, the percentage over here, and then you'll prompt you with a message saying that the data has been cleared. So this database is pretty, I'm not going to say it's too big, but it has a lot of information in here that is going to help you pretty much create your own stuff for your 8 kilos. Like I said, if there's anything that, any counselor out there that needs me to make this bigger, it doesn't work. It does work. Sometimes you just need a little bit of guidance, like that it's not working, but maybe there was a mistake that you made. You called the text document the wrong information, and that's really it. Like I said, if there's anybody that needs me to make it a little bit different, custom, need me to make it bigger, just get with me. Send me an email. If you have my number, call me. And then I'll work with it. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Please share with the rest of the field. See you next time.